Show you a great transitional dinner. I have a friend that's staying over, and I'm making dinner. Said I'm going to make a video on our dinner, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. Now, you can see this is my Earth Shift kitchen. It's a little messy right now because I'm here by myself, and I'm just cooking up a storm. So what we're doing today is we are making a transitional dinner because the person that actually is over here, they're standard American diet people. So I'm making a little bit of a combination cooked dinner, but a super healthy dinner at the same time. So if you have people come over your place and you actually, eat different than they do, try to throw a little combination in and make them feel comfortable and make them feel so they feel that they're going to have a meal that they can sort of smile, really smile, instead of just say, oh, it's so good, and it's really not filling, they're filling their wagon up. So let me show you what I'm doing here. I'm making a beautiful salad, and this is arugula and all different types of salads that come from Hawaii here. On top is a celery seed. I have raw apple cider vinegar. I have about a teaspoon of Soleil salt, some spirulina pills, and I've got some triple blend seaweed on there, and a little coconut aminos. And that's my salad. The celery seed makes it really super flavorful. Woohoo! Okay, now on the top of my salad, I'm going to put this, of course you don't really get coconuts like this, but you can see this is the jelly from the coconut right here. And the jelly is like jelly. It's so, so good. And I'm going to put that on the top of my salad. And I put also blue-green algae on there, and I put some sea lettuce. And it's also got some papaya in there too. I like the flavor of papaya in the salad. And this is my bed that I'm using right now. Then I'm going to go ahead and put a few eggs in here. And we have two of these. One for my friend and one for myself. And this has tomatoes, mung beans. These are okra for the mucoloids. This is papaya. And I've got cayenne in here. And that's the base. And I got half a squeezed lemon, as you can see. We're going to put a avocado once we go ahead and put the eggs on. And I'm going to show you, I've got, well first let me show you what I'm cooking first before I show you what's in there. This is what we're going to put on top of, remember he's not getting steak tonight, so he's going to get a couple of fertile eggs boiled for 2 minutes. I've got my water right here. And this goes on top of the eggs. This is a handful of raw soaked cashews right here. Okay, and I've got myself, this is some of the, let me put this one piece down there. This is a taco seasoning, and I've got about 1 ounce of organic taco seasoning without garlic, and I have 1 full chipotle pepper chopped up in there, and I've got some really nice mushrooms, some purple onion, and I don't use any oil or anything, and I just put a spoon of ghee butter in there. And I cook those up, and that's the top of the 2-minute long fertile eggs. And the eggs come out really beautiful. Remember, transitional foods are very important to understand. Okay, you're not making a jump, tank load the jump program, so you can jump across 3 layers of transformation. You have to go ahead and transition. And you can go back from which you came as long as you feel that you're not destroying. See, for me, I'm not here to destroy consciousness. I don't eat anything that has a face. The eggs that I'm having here are fertile eggs. They're full of growth hormone. They're about 3-day-old eggs. I never put the eggs, here's my eggs right here. I never put the eggs in the refrigerator. They stay outside. And you can see there's a piece of straw right there on the egg. And these are full of creatine. Now, my body I worked out really super hard today, okay? And I really enjoy creatine in my body. Creatine is what makes my muscles strong and what makes me so I'm vital. What makes me so I have the ability to be able to go further than what I did yesterday. Okay, that's what creatine does. Plants have very little creatine. Flesh have a lot. Okay, so I try to go ahead and put in the eggs a couple of times a week to be able to go ahead and have creatine. We've done multiple blood tests on people, and all you have to do is just add eggs to your vegan diet, and that will go ahead and change a lot of your blood profiles that are suboptimal. Now, remember, your gut wall bacteria, they control everything in your body pretty much. Your body has 90% genetic material that's actually made from gut wall bacteria. Okay? Gut wall bacteria has 90% of your genetic material, so that means you only have 10%. You're the case or the house for the 90% of the microbes that have the genetic material in your body. So if you've got, bad flora, I'm using right here, this is a probiotic, and the probiotic that I'm using, I'll show you how to go ahead and take a bottle of probiotics, which are not cheap. That's 150 billion, it says on the front, and it's got over 30 strains of different bacteria. That cost me $60, and that was on sale. Now, what I do is I take that bacteria and I take the pill instead of just taking it and swallowing it, which that's why it's 150 billion, because most of them get wiped out by your gut wall acid, and it just destroys them. Your body doesn't know what type of bacteria those are, because they are bacteria, and those bacteria basically get killed. Maybe 1 to 1,000 survive. So it's nice to be able to go ahead and be smart. We show you on the Earther Academy, EARTHER Academy.com, how to signaturize your foods, how to be able to actually wrap your signature around the foods before you swallow it. And you have to open up your parotid glands to be able to make those function correctly, because most people's parotid glands, they're not working so good. That gland secretes many liters a day of fluid. And if it's not working, or it's clogged, or just basically just doesn't have the capacity to function at its optimum level, it's not going to go ahead and do the job and the function that it's supposed to. You're supposed to go ahead and actually pre-digest some of the bacteria so your body can go ahead and actually signaturize it to itself. And so when it goes into the cauldron, the stomach, the body doesn't go ahead and actually kill and ask questions later. It absorbs it in because your body has its signature on it. It's got like an entero coating around the bacteria. Okay, so this is my sort of dinner that is going to make everybody happy here. Like I said, 2 eggs apiece. We've got this that goes on top. We've got this avocado. We've got the oils. This is a root. I wanted to explain this before. This is a root that a lot of the Filipinos use and Thai uses. I'm not sure of the name, gulagan or something, but it makes everything flavor so good. I use purple onions. We don't use white onions, green onions, or garlic, because that makes you smell, okay? If you smell, that means most likely that you have an overabundance of sulfone hydroxylion in your blood. So don't eat garlic, don't eat white onions, don't eat green onions, and plus they make you very slow in the brain, okay? I just got done going in the waterfall at the property here, and I'm energized, but I'm also whooped. I went ahead and did a big day today. A lot of exercise, a lot of sun, swimming, working out, a 2-hour stretch class this morning. Stretching is so important for you to be able to, once you get on one of these very correct liquid diets, your body will start to unwind, and you need to help it unwind, because if not, your body gets very stiff. So this dinner tonight, I don't have anything but 1 meal a day. I have liquids all day long. In fact, I wasn't going to show you, but I'm going to show you. All these bottles, these are vodka bottles that I use to clean my skin, and I use the bottles later to fill my water up in jars. I don't use plastic. So I drank all of these bottles today. okay? Not counting the separate, I had 2 coconuts today, and probably about 3 glasses of water that I drink from my, turn that on, we're going to make myself, it's empty right now, but we'll make about 1.5 gallons in about 4 hours. This is a steam distiller, and I drink as soon as I get up in the morning, when I go to bed at night, and when I go to the bathroom. Every time I go to the bathroom, I drink 20 or 25 sips of water. You want to go ahead and clean yourself, remember, you need to go ahead and use liquids to be able to really push a lot of the stuff that you want to get out of you. And of course, you can't put junk inside you. You have to put clean, mineralized, okay, heirloom foods if you can. And heirloom foods are just foods that have not been perverted by chemical science, hybridized, genetically modified, sterile, okay? That's not what you want to eat. So the eggs we're eating, remember, and I'm signing off because it's 11:11 right now, perfect time, are fertile. You don't have eggs that are not fertile. That's the sort of the definition of genetically modified organisms, GMO, sterilized. They can't reproduce themselves, okay, most of them. So you're trying to only acquire things that are wholesome. Wholesome. That means they're whole still. They're not separated. They haven't been, spliced, cut. And you are what you eat, think, feel, say, and do. And just remember that. So fuel or foods or liquids that you put in your body, that's only one piece of it. Exercise, stretching, and actually building the mind to be able to really, sort of put other thoughts in it than the ones that it only knows. I would suggest really to spend half an hour a day on conscious awakening type books. Okay, there's many of them. The New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, okay? It's a good book, or the CDs just to listen to 5 or 6 times. It doesn't matter who the person is. It's the concepts, it's the ideas, it's a metaphysical opening. Okay? What I'm showing you is a physical opening, because the physical meets the metaphysical, and the metaphysical meets the physical. And this is the equanimity that basically really needs to happen to make you feel that you're complete. It's called mind-body integration, and part of this integration is you growing yourself and really hearing other types of ideas that would make more sense to the ideas, the disciplines, and the concepts that you've been shown. Remember, we only know what we know. Teach the mind what it doesn't know. And of course, sometimes it hiccups or it burps or it just doesn't know what to do. Remember, we only know what we know. Let's see if there's something that's more optimizational to go ahead and actually advance not only ourselves, but the collective species. That's the whole, the whole idea of this is when we advance ourselves, we are now ready to be able to share our advancement to others. There's no arrogance here. There's no ego here. We're all here to be able to see that if we can raise the collective consciousness up another layer. Okay, that's it. All right. I will see you and enjoy. All right. Aloha. Just a quick addendum. I always like to show you now my dinner that I actually talk about, because I'm filming this myself, so it's hard to, you need 2 hands to be able to do stuff. And so let me show you my finished result here. This is the eggs with the okra, the dulse on top with avocado. This is a beautiful dish for someone in a transformational stage. At the end of our dinner, we're going to go ahead and have a piece of raw, enzymatic rich pineapple. And this is our salad. And you can see it's got mint leaves on top. These are golden berries, so it's nice and tart. You get a tart. This is papaya, and that's the coconut that we showed you before, and the coconut before. Here's the nice pieces of coconut. And here's our topping. That has the cashews, the purple onions, the mushrooms, and the taco seasoning. And so that's the end of the dinner there, and I'm going to go get it, my friend, and serve everybody. Okay, that's it. And I'm making some water right now. The water that I was drinking before wasn't just water. You can see it's just dripping one drip at a time here. Each one of these were a different liquid of vitality throughout the day. So there's many liquids. I didn't have any smoothies today. I didn't have any sugars. I had my breakfast tea this morning, but I had all those liquids, and each one was different. From activated charcoal, the next one was lemon, the next one was hibiscus flower, the next one was blue-green algae, the next one was a Shilajit drink. Okay, you just keep on going. Just switch them around. Milk thistle drink, and I just had some hot cayenne. It's spicy too. And you know, you at the end of the day, you get a chance to have your meal, and have your meal whatever you like, you know, as far as it's good for you. You know, have, if you can, remember, try to always get about 85% raw or living foods in your diet, and 15%. Raw food is just one piece. Living foods cancels out a lot of cooked foods, you know, to a certain extent, but living foods really cancels it out because of the enzymatic live food. So a combination of about 85% raw and living, and a combination of 15% that feeds the emotional body. The emotional body likes food. It likes flavor. That's why you have flavor. It's to, if you didn't have taste buds, then you wouldn't really care what you eat. You wouldn't make a difference. Just give you what's good for me. So the flavor, remember, is just for the mind. It's for the senses. It's to gratify one of your senses that actually make this world sort of pleasurable. So food for most people, because they're microbes, they're yeast, mold, fungus, all the different critters that live in the body that have attached to the body. When they feed, you feel cessation. And when they don't feed, you do not have cessation. And that is a feeling of fullness, a feeling of wholeness, a feeling that you got it all. Okay, that's it. Very good. I think everybody's hungry, so okay. Aloha. Bye.
Important reminder: all information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.